Hooray, the pelicans are back on the Bow River. These guys were down by the Carsland Weir, but soon they'll be scattered all up and down the river. Cormorants, too. So nice to see these guys back as well. Honestly, though, it wasn't a very nice day. It was kind of rainy and wet and miserable. That didn't seem to bother these blue herons. They're back on their nesting colony just downstream of the city along the Bow River. And though I'm complaining about it, I gotta say that the light on a day like this is pretty nice. It really brings out a lot of the more subtle colors, especially the reds and the golds and stuff like that. So I guess there is a silver lining. So I was back along the Bow River just after dawn the next day, hoping that light would continue. And it kinda did. Really made the feathers on this starling stand out. Invasive, but gorgeous birds. Down in the river bottom it wasn't too bad, but up on the flats, man, they got a lot of snow further east of the city. There was at least 5 centimeters of it and it was covering everything. Made the roads pretty slick too. But snow like this contains a lot of moisture. And moisture is what we need in the springtime. So whether in the form of rain or snow or whatever, it's all good. And to be honest, it looked kind of pretty. And of course it didn't bother the birds. The geese were honking, the robins were singing. I found this pair of hooded mergansers just swimming along in a pond. Over on the river, the pelicans were still there, and they have scattered a bit. This pair took off and flew further upstream. Back up on the flats, the power of the sun was turning the snow directly into a mist. It wafted across the fields and drifted away. It wasn't very long before the song sparrows were announcing that the snow was done. And when I launched my little drone for a look, yeah, there wasn't much of it left. It was mid-morning now and the day was sunny and warm. So I kept on going up the river to see what else I could see. And along the way, I stopped at this pond. The first thing I noticed was the color of the water, like tea, just beautiful. The grass floating in it kind of glowed. And those things moving in the upper right corner of the frame, those are fairy shrimp. This is always an interesting time along the Bow River. Spring is here, but not quite. Things are getting green, but there's still ice in places. Which I have to admit is one of my favorite things at this time of year. I love crawling around underneath it and watching it melt. Seeing those big drops hitting the river water. And observing the life that's emerging from underneath it. I had my camera aimed at the water dripping on this rock and changed the angle just to see what else I could see. And this stonefly nymph decided to photobomb me. Pretty cool. And close by were these backswimmers. They're all part of the springtime crew along the Bow River. The pelicans, the cormorants, the blue herons, the gulls, the geese, everything else. Springtime is finally coming to the Bow.